Alright, welcome back, Patriots. I was supposed to record I'm going to cover the new Q drops. There's been quite a bit. I was going to do it earlier, but I took a nap. And I was like, dang. Alright, well, might as well do it now, right? Alright, whatever. Alright, so we left off at 45.19. So now we got 45.20. Gives us a little picture there. Let's check it out. So this is from Rogan O'Hanley. 45 out of 50 governors did not force COVID-infected patients into nursing homes, but 5 did. Como, New York; Wolf, Pennsylvania; Whitmer, Michigan; Murphy, New Jersey; Newsom, California. Yay! I love California. If y'all don't know, I'm in San Diego County, so yeah, whatever. So nearly half of all COVID nursing home deaths were in these states. That's not an accident. That's systemic murder. So they knowingly, I don't know. They're probably getting marching orders from, I don't know. They're just puppets, They're probably getting orders from their masters. Hey, keep your state shut down. And it's coastal. I guess you can call that. They got the lake waters up there in Pennsylvania. It's pretty much right next to New York. Alright, difficult truths. Q gives us a Twitter status. Must read. New Jersey Health Department workers slam Governor Murphy's deadly nursing home policies in unmitigated failure that led to preventable deaths. He must be held accountable. It's an article. Scathing letter from Health Department insiders says New Jersey's pandemic failures led to preventable deaths. Right? It pretty much sums it up, And then we get 45.21. HR 7297 to amend Title 18 United States Code to prohibit the use of an armed force under the jurisdiction of the Secretary of a military department as a posse comitas. I'm a horrible I suck at reading. Or otherwise to execute the laws and for other purposes. Alright. Bill. Oh, okay, it's a bill. Sponsor. Oh, yeah, wouldn't you look at that? Little Adam shit. Pencil neck Adam shit. Introduced just a couple days ago. House Judiciary. Introduced. So, tracker. The Posse Comitas Act 18 U.S. Code Section 1385, and the original intent of which was to end the use of federal troops to police state elections in former Confederate states, prescribes the role of the Army and Air Force in executing civil laws, and states key exemptions to the Posse Communist Act, Comitas Act? Comitas Act? I don't know. Pursuant to the presidential power to quell domestic violence, federal troops are expressly exempt from the prohibitions of Posse Communitas, whatever, Act. I can't say that word. And this exemption applies equally to active duty military and federalized National Guard troops. Alright, I'm not very... Alright, what is Adam Schiff trying to prevent? Everything you are witnessing, past and present, future, in the brackets, essentially revolves around the presidential election of 2020, when by any means necessary, self-preservation, in the brackets. So this is probably a law where it kind of prohibits, I don't know, well, there's an article here. To amend Title 18 United States Code to prohibit the use of an armed force under the jurisdiction of the Secretary of the Military Department as a posse, communitas, or otherwise to execute the laws and for other purposes. Okay, I don't really necessarily understand this. I'm not a... Yeah, I'm sure there's people out there that can break this down way better than me, but I'll leave these links in the description below, and y'all can go over it yourselves, because I don't know. This is and then there's another one, so I'll pin these two on my description after the video. Okay, but let's move along. Okay, so it's gives us a Breitbart article worth remembering. Alright, why were elderly COVID-19 positive patients pushed brackets into nursing homes known hot zones? Right? If ample capacity existed to support locally, you can logically explain why select Democrat governors made decisions regarding elderly push into hot zones, which knowingly, brackets, contradicted federal guidelines and as well as general common sense. Think annual influenza death rates regarding age group 65 plus in the brackets, right? So whenever Q puts these in brackets, it's usually focus on these focus, like these are the focus points. So whenever you see that, that's like, come on, like focus on those. And then it gives us an article. 21 million New York City field hospital closes after never seeing a single patient. Alright, that's from Breitbart. A Brooklyn Field hospital closed without seeing any patients, city officials confirmed this week. All right, New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio, freaking scumbag, the construction of a multi-million-dollar field hospital at the end of March, the day after the USNS Convert docked at Manhattan's Pier 90. So yeah, you guys, we all remember the two ships that were there. I mean, yeah, one in New York, and I think one was somewhere else. I can't remember. They're going to set it up rapidly, and they're going to go to the next site, the next site to meet our goal, de Blasio said, detailing the 670 bed plus site at the Brooklyn Cruise Terminal in Red Hook. He also announced another overflow facility at the Billie King, the tennis player, the Billie Jean King Tennis Center in Flushing. That 350 bed facility only saw 70. Okay, so they're going over that. Not that many people were even there. It was all blown out of proportion. You know, we can all agree that this freaking Kung flu, they're just using it as an excuse to shut down their states, and, you know, they want the mail-in voting. You know, they don't want, you know, you got all these other states opening up. You know, you can go. It's like you can, you know, in these other states you can, you know, and then finally here in California, I can finally go get a freaking haircut because my hair is getting way too long. I mean, I can go, but when I go, I'm required to. They have to take my temperature and I have to be wearing a mask, and then they can cut my hair. I'm like, what? All right, so you're like right next to me. Why do I have to fucking wear a mask? Sorry about the language. I curse like a sailor, so it's like it's hard for me not to just curse without even thinking about it. Like, I have to really just think about my wording and just try not to just, because it's hard for me not to curse. And I'm going to try not to do that so much on this whenever I try to record, because, you know, it's just, you know, who knows? Kids could be listening, you know. Not that they would, right? I don't know. I'm a nobody, so whatever. Alright, so I'm not going to read the whole article, but we all pretty much got the gist of it. Moving along, I'm trying to do this really quick. I'm not trying to stay up too late tonight. Alright, so praying for a safe recovery to your back. Keep fighting, never give up. United and strong. Where we go one, we go all Q. Gives us a Twitter status. Let's check it out.
Patriots, about 2 years ago I was in a corporate office grinding away until I discovered Q. And here I am 2 years later out in the middle of nature with this guy. It's just one good dog. And this teeter fixing my dang back and finding the Lord Jesus and resetting my life. So I've gone this far and might as well continue and make it official, becoming a digital soldier. So here we go. I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservations or purpose of evasion. And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of office on which I'm about to enter. So help me God. Where we go one, we go all. God bless, Patriots. Patriots, about 2 years ago.
Alright, very cool. Right, obviously, take the oath. You will get a follow from me. And then here we got 4524. Good catch. Coincidence. Important people understand for future events. Assumption or intel based. All assets, foreign, domestic, deployed. Killbox. Democrats plus China equals 11.3. All right, let's take a look. Q proof at POTUS, especially China. Are they going to print millions of ballots on the exact same paper using the exact same machines? And this person posted going back to 4494. So we got, it's just about the virus or the election. Manipulated polls meant to legitimize rigged election results. The election was not rigged. All the polls demonstrated Biden's clear lead across the country. Example. What happens if China successfully duplicates clones, select ballots, battleground states, brackets, right? Focus. What happens if the coordination exists with select states to deliver printing the paper ballot, receipts, secrets, to select foreign adversaries? Nothing to lose, logical thinking. You know, there you go. There's the... That's what this whole virus thing is about. They want mail-in voting because they can manipulate it. They can cheat that way. They can't do it electronically anymore because they already kind of squashed that. You know, they don't want you going out publicly and voting. So I think that's pretty much that. So let's move along. And we got in the brackets 4145. Gives us a YouTube.
Miles, just a little bit after the end of the year, way ahead of schedule. And this is despite the fact that the Democrats didn't want to have any wall built because they wanted open borders. Think about it. You take the virus and you have open borders, we would be in trouble like you've never seen, because you know the trouble that Mexico's got, right, and the South American countries. Look at Brazil. Look at what's happening there. People could flow in. We have among the lowest number of, we call them break-ins, that we've ever had coming in from the southern border. Plus Mexico has 27,000 troops guarding us, gratis guarding us, guarding that people don't come in. This is some difference between the way we had it and the way it is now. We have a strong border. We have strong everything now, John.
Last question. How many jobs will be created just...
But a better looking version. Look at him with that button.
I could do the
Much
same.
better looking.
I could do as good a job, I think. Looking forward to your second term.
Thank you.
The big concern I've got is how are you going to make sure that...
Thanks.
Mark, Wisconsin. Hey, Mark, how are you?
Hi, Mark.
Doing well. Looking forward to your
He looks like Bolton, but a better looking version. Look at him with that button.
I could do the
Much
same.
better looking.
I could do as good a job, I think. Looking forward to your second term.
Thank you.
The big concern I've got is how are you going to make sure that the election is fair and free from fraudulent absentee votes and mail-in ballots? That's the concern I've got.
I think it's the most important question I'll be asked, because it's a great question. So now we have a mail-in thing. And you see California, he's sending out millions and millions of ballots. Where are they going? Where aren't they going? Is the postman going to hand them out? Are they going to take them out of the mailboxes? The other thing, Mark, it's very important. You get to foreign countries, you know, they keep talking, oh, Russia, China, this, especially China, not Russia, especially China. Are they going to print millions of ballots using the exact same paper, using the exact same machines? And are they going to print ballots and then hand them in? And all of a sudden, it's the biggest risk we have. The mail-in ballot. And not so much the absentee ballot, because an absentee, like I'm in the White House and I have to vote in Florida, et cetera, you're absentee, it's okay. But people go through a process for that. You know, it's really pretty good. But the mail-in ballots, they mail them to anybody, and they send them out by the millions. I think I read over 30 million ballots are going to be sent out in California. Where are they going? Nobody's standing there watching you vote. At least the other way, you get in line, and they're using, you know, I said the other day, we went through World War I and we voted. We went through World War II and we voted. And now we have a virus. And by that time, it'll be less and less. Why aren't we going to vote? People want to vote. But it would be nice to be able to see the people. And on top of that, they should have ID voting.
Absolutely.
Okay? We should have ID ballots.
Yep. Absolutely.
Great question.
You said you would like to have more than 3 debates with Joe Biden.
I said I'll have 3, and any amount they want. I didn't say I want more. See, if you say you want more, just to show what a tricky business is, I want more. They'll say, oh, he feels he's losing, he wants more. So I don't like to say that. I will do whatever number they want to do. It's okay with me.
But a minimum of 3.
Yeah, I guess the 3 is the minimum.
All right, so that's basically what I was just talking about, mail-in voting, right? That's what they want. They, you know, they don't want us. It's just because they know they can't win. They know they can't win the election without cheating. And there you go, POTUS, best president ever. You know, just pretty much summed it up. You know, and come on, between you and me, I would love to see a debate between this man and creepy Sleepy Joe. Gosh, it'd be, oh, he would just get destroyed. Like, I would pay to see that. Like, that would be pay-per-view worthy. Because Joe's going to be like, where am I? Where am I? Are you my grandfather? Mister, are you my grandfather? I don't know. It'd be the best ever. So yeah, moving on. Oh man. Okay, yeah, so that's what that was. He's like, just skip forward to, okay, so yeah, I did the right thing. I was like, oh wait, 41, 45, maybe. And that guy asked the right question, and he did look like Bolton. That was hilarious. And then here, he's dropping, well, he refers to 4509. Alright, so that was the whole, you know, digital soldier being the mission, you know, sharing the memes, sharing news, use multiple platforms, you know. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I joined Parler, I haven't done the BitChute, but I'm gonna do that pretty soon, and I'm gonna post all these videos on there. So yeah, you know, so he refers back to that. Excuse me, I had a yeah, burp there or whatever. Yeah, okay. So let's read the post before I go to the Twitter link. Daily attacks are normal, but what are the odds this particular hit regarding Facebook censorship push comes the next day? Think Battlefield and missions? Oh, okay. So I don't know. I've been, gosh, I've had like 7 30-day bans on Facebook. Yeah, lately I'm surprised I haven't been censored, but that might change, you know. But alright, yeah, so there you go. The Guardian, information warfare. Let's take a look. Right, so I might not be able to, I don't know what he's regarding to. Let me follow, see if it'll let me see the link. Okay, so it's on private, so obviously I can't show you. Alright, No worries, no worries. We'll move along. We'll move along. And then we got oh, okay. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, this is okay. I saw this earlier. But let's take a look anyways. Right. So, this is how kind of Q confirms that he's working with Trump and it's a team, right? And they're always doing these delta, like there's usually like a few minutes, 2-minute delta, zero, like Q will drop and then, or it's either Trump will tweet and then like 2 seconds later, boom, you'll get a Q drop. So here we get, wow, it's like what, a 3-second delta right there. POTUS tweet, 8:54:49 p.m. Well, I mean 8:54 with 49 seconds. And then this is that digital soldier drop, 8:54. Okay, so the drop came first, and then POTUS drops. So, that's what they do. That's how they kind of confirm, like, hey, man, this isn't just a joke. This movement is real. So yeah, cool. And then we got the honor is ours. Nice meeting you. Got another Twitter status. Let's take a look. Right, wow, I can't believe I got queued. This is so surreal. Q, it's an honor. I'm excited to serve my country in any capacity, any time, any day, twice on Sunday. America is the best country in the world. I love all my fellow countrymen and Qan0ns worldwide. Thank you. Where we go when we go out, Qan0n, Qan0n. So yeah, this is the guy that got queued. It was the last one, this guy right here.
I, Oracle Exec, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of this office of which I'm about to enter, so help me God. With that said, digital soldiers, where we go one, we go all. Let's go.
Right. So that was really cool, dude. So, there he is. Alright. And, and there you go. That's confirm. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Right there. The honor is ours. Nice meeting you. And there he is. Right? I'm gonna presume that's somewhere in the White House. So nice meeting you. Did he meet people on the Q team? Q team is supposed to be less than 10 people, 3 non-military, right? I'm pretty sure by now, like, Dan Scavino's, he's definitely, because he's the one in charge of, like, Trump's social media accounts and stuff like that. So it's like, come on. And then, who are the other 2 non-military people? Well, I'm gonna say, well, Q plus, I guess you can, Q plus is Trump, pretty much. It's already been kind of proven. It's like, since he's the commander-in-chief, would he be considered military? I don't know. Or is he still considered non-military? So if he is considered military, so then that leaves 3 people. One, Dan Scavino, non-military, and then who are the other 2 people? Who are the other 2 people? I don't know. Those are just questions, something to ask yourself, something to ponder about. Well, yeah, that was it for the drops for, today. Well, yeah, and yeah, this is your host, Untitled 82, signing out. God bless, Patriots.